Looks like we have our guest. He just called Lauren right now. So she's going to
don't even worry about it.
plug him in and plug him into the system, and we'll get him in 1 second. So if you're just joining us, we're so excited. We have our guest, Alejandro Hernandez, who is on the hit NBC show New Amsterdam. We're really, really excited. I think you...
Hold on.
She's got him plugged in now. She's just going to bring up the volume. Do you remember how to do it?
I know. Alejandro, can you hear us?
You loud and clear.
Oh, yes.
Hey, how you doing?
Good. Hi. How you doing? Finally, we got this thing going.
Yeah. I'm sorry. It's been really busy. The shooting schedule has been kind of all over the place and like a little unpredictable at times. But we were running a little over today because we had to work with like real babies today. So,
do you get to hold them? That's so cool.
So were they patients? Were they playing patients?
No, they're like newborn babies.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, I found out it's so weird. Like they're like real newborn babies, not like maybe like a couple months old, but they're actually like full-fledged SAG members.
Oh my god,
that is so cool. So wait, let's talk. So before we talk about that, so Alejandro Hernandez, New Jersey boy, Montclair State University graduate, traveled all over the country doing regional theater, and now you have this regular spot on New Amsterdam. And are you like, pinch me? I can't believe this is my life.
Yeah, I mean it's pretty great. I mean it's the way the role has come about. It's really funny. I mean I was supposed to do a play in August at a town, and then my agent got me this audition for this role, and this role was supposed to be 3 episodes. That was it.
Oh, nice.
Oh wow, really?
Yeah, and then the writers, TV is very much a writer's medium, so like they like what I did in the first 3 episodes, so they just kept writing me and kept constantly finding ways to put me in the show and incorporate me here. So it just ended up, a 3-episode deal ended up becoming, right now it's going to be 14.
Oh, that's so cool. That is so cool. I love it. I love it when my friends are successful. You're in the winning circle and, you want to surround yourself with success, but I know how hard the grind is.
Oh my God, it's crazy. I mean, it's hard. It's like, it still is hard. Like, I'm still auditioning right now for other projects, and like, it's been tough. I mean, it's you don't really ever stop auditioning,
No, it's the truth. So talk a little bit about last night I'm like, it's real chill, don't worry about it. When did you get into acting? Like, when did you realize you had the bug? Were you a little kid? Were you in college? Were you in high school? When were you like, this is what I want to do?
I think it was college was when I officially like went in like to do it, like to go all in for it. But like I've always dabbled in it growing up.
Mm-hmm.
I did a play here and there, and as a young kid, like 10, 11 years old. But I didn't really think it was a feasible career. I was like, oh, I'm gonna do this on the side, and then I'm gonna go into college and study something that's gonna make me money, like a real job or something like that.
Right.
So I think it was when I went to Montclair State University. I went there and I was kind of undeclared at the moment, and I didn't really know what I wanted to do. And I ended up walking in on an acting class because we're the acting building, Life Hall on Montclair State University campus. That's where like the musical theater majors perform at, the dance majors, the acting majors. And this one particular day, the route to get back to my dorm room was under construction, so I had to go through the building to get to my dorm. And I ended up bumping into this teacher. She's not retired, but she's a teacher that's really been pivotal in wanting to pursue acting as a lifelong career, and that's Dr. Suzanne Trout.
I was going to say, I think I know the name. Okay.
Yeah, Dr. Suzanne Trout. She was the head of the BFA acting program at the time, and she was like, hey, like, is this something that interests you? I'm like, yeah, well, like, she was like, you want to audition? Do you have a monologue? I don't really know what a monologue is. And then I came in, and she gave me a play, and the play was Jesus Hop the A Train.
Yes.
It was a play that, like, I had never read I had never read theater like that. I mean, I've gone to theater as a kid. I went to go see Christmas Carol and like for field trips and stuff like that, and it never really interested me. Then I read this play, and I was like, man, I know these kind of guys. These kind of guys are kind of like the ones I grew up around, and my family, my extended family especially. And I guess kind of had a knack for it, and then I went in and we worked on it a bunch of different ways, and then a week later she invited me to apply, and that's how it started.
Wow.
My first formal kind of training at Montclair State.
Cool.
Where are you from in New Jersey?
I'm from Trenton.
Oh, nice. All right.
I'm from Trenton. Well, I'm from Trenton, Hamilton area.
Okay. Yeah.
But you're closer to the city now, right? Because
I live in Jersey City now.
And you film in New York.
We film in New York. Right now I'm in Brooklyn. Today we filmed at Kings County Hospital in Brooklyn, so that's where I'm at right now. Is it always
the same hospital where you guys shoot?
We film at the hospital. But for big like corridor shots and big hallway shots, that's usually Kings County Hospital in Brooklyn. But then we have like other studio spaces. The ICU, that's at Yonkers, at the studio space in Yonkers, and the ED, the emergency department, which is where I'm at 99% of the time, that is in Mount Vernon.
Wow.
Oh, wow. So tell our listeners what the show's about.
Oh, okay. It's about Dr. Max Goodwin, played by the awesome Ryan Eggold, who I was hanging out with a little bit today on set. First of all, he is the coolest dude ever. He's so nice. He is just like he is in the show, like 100%.
Yeah.
He's just a good dude. He's fun to be around. Anyway, the show's about he's the new medical director of New Amsterdam Hospital. New Amsterdam Hospital is based off of Bellevue Hospital. And Max Goodwin is based off of the real life Eric Meinheimer, who was the medical director at Bellevue Hospital, who did actually have cancer. He's alive today. He's a survivor, and he has a book about it called Life and Death at Bellevue Hospital, about all the different cases and patients and people that had came through Bellevue Hospital at his tenure. And some of these stories and episodes that you see on New Amsterdam are based off of real life incidents that Dr. Meinheimer had to deal with.
Oh, interesting.
In his lifetime. So it's about that, and very much Max Goodwin, Ryan Eggold's character, is breaking the rules and by not worrying about coverage, not worrying about health coverage and how good is your insurance, how rich or poor you are, how you identify racially or ethnically or sexuality. Like it's really just breaking down the barriers and just let's help people, let's cure people first. Just remember that people are individuals, and it's a great show. I mean, there's been hospital dramas before, but I think the angle that this hospital drama is approaching it, it's something that we never seen before. It's something just very much about the people, and especially now today in today's world, we know how screwed up things can be, and especially like how the poor continue to get poor and the rich continue to get richer. I think it's a good message that this show has about just remembering that people are people, and to have compassion for your fellow man and your fellow woman, and to really remember to just have a little more heart as you approach other people. And I think that's what this show is. The show has a lot of heart. And I'm really proud to be a part of it.
Everyone loves it. It's like this, it came on, and I heard about it from you when you were cast on it. And now everyone's like, I love New Amsterdam. I love this show. And it's on NBC. It's on Tuesdays at 10, right?
Yeah.
Tuesdays at 10.
Right after This Is Us.
Yes.
Yeah,
yes.
Great lead-in.
And, perfect lead-in.
So how often do you film?
It varies. I mean, my kind of situation is different because I'm a recurring, so like it all depends on the writers. I mean, I've been really fortunate and blessed enough where the writers have liked the work that I've done, and they bring me back in. They find a way to incorporate me in this episode and that episode. So there are times. I shot 3, 4, and 5 those episodes, and I shot like 8 episodes in a row, like back to back to back to back to back. And then I wasn't on 11 or 12, going back for 13 and 14. I wasn't on 15, then I'm back on 16, 17, 18, and possibly 19. So it's often enough. I mean, like, they'll pin me, which means that when they put a pin in you for a job, it's you got to keep those dates open.
Mm-hmm.
And then, like, a couple days before the actual filming, they'll come back with an offer. Those are the days that I'm filming. So, like, for this episode, it's not too bad. I filmed today for this episode. This is, like, the second day, I believe, of episode 18. I filmed today and I filmed next Thursday, so it's not too bad. I have a week in between to just, go on more auditions and keep grinding as usual. So yeah, I mean, but there's other days where I'm filming like 4 days a week, 5 days a week, the whole week, and other days where I'm just filming 1 day a week. So it varies depending on how much Casey is in the episode.
Now, do you have a question?
I was just gonna say, so you play Nurse Casey, right? And you always hear from other medical dramas, they bring in real doctors and all that medical jargon, but they always say that after being on a medical drama, do you feel like you could
save my life?
Could you like save our lives or self-diagnose yourself? Or you like, do you wake up in the morning and you're like, oh my god, I think I have this?
Yeah.
There are some days where I kind of like, well, I know how to hold, especially today, I know how to hold a baby properly.
Oh, there you go.
I was going to say, did you have to hold any babies? How were you nervous? Oh my god.
I was so nervous. So nervous. Oh my god, like don't like just be okay. It's okay. It's a baby. It's and then I guess like then the mother is on set with the babies, and like we swap out the fake baby and they put in the real baby. And then, like, she's like, the mother's like putting in my arms, and like, we're getting ready to do this shot. God. And she looked at me, just like, don't screw this up. Don't screw this up.
Oh God, you're like nervous.
That was on.
And you have to look like a pro because when I had my babies in the hospital, these nurses were like tossing my baby around, like the way they wrap them up because they do it all day. So like, you can't look like you're nervous. You gotta look like you do it all the time.
Oh yeah, I mean, I guess I had a quick tutorial, and I guess like wrapped up the baby real quick. And so yeah, it was once I had practice with my prop baby. I was pretty good. I had the gist of it.
So, quick question: are your tattoos real, or do they put them on for the show?
Oh, I got to give that away.
Oh no, you don't have to. You don't have to. You can leave it a secret. You can tell me off air.
They are. I mean, probably to the dismay of some people, they are fake. I do have real tattoos.
Yeah.
Some of the ones that you see on me on my arms are real, but the majority, the ones like covering all my forearms, those are fake.
So I love that because I love that Nurse Casey is covered in tattoos. Yeah, because that's the world we live in. You know what I mean? I think that's what I love about the show, is that it's real to how our society is today.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, and it's I'm looking for. I mean, I don't know yet. I can't like say for certain, but you'll find out the reason behind some of those tattoos later on this year or possibly next season. So I think what I'm hearing, don't quote me on this, is that there are some things about Casey that we don't know yet, and that will be later further developed as the series goes on.
Oh my gosh, Alejandro, this is like I said, you're like pinch me. I can't believe I get to be on. Is it weird seeing yourself? Do you watch yourself? Do you watch the show?
Sometimes my mom watches it. My mom like records every episode.
Of course,
she's proud about it. She she tells all her friends at work. So she's like my number one fan. So it's awesome. I mean, you know what? It's funny you say that, because like. When I got it, I mean, I didn't know that I'd be on the show as much as I had been on.
Yeah.
Because I was like 3 episodes and they just developed this thing and it kept going, and like, I think that it's going really great. But there are days, I will say, there are days where like it's work, because like there's it's with everything in life. Like and I'm still super fortunate. I'm still super proud to be a part of this and grateful as all heck. Mm-hmm. But there's sometimes where like you got my calls at like 5:30 in the morning.
Oh God, yeah.
And I'm like waiting around. It's like 6, and I'm just like half asleep, and it's just like, oh man, it's just and it becomes a job. I mean, very much so, because you're not just dealing with, it's so easy to think that, I guess what I've learned from this show, and also with other things I've done on camera, but mostly from this show because I've been on it so much, is how to just be on the set, like set etiquette, I would say. Because, like, in theater, like, they don't, you see a lot of the times, like, theater actors sometimes don't transition to screen very well, and vice versa. Screen doesn't transition to theater because screen is different from theater, and I think a lot of sometimes I think a lot of theater programs sometimes in the country kind of do a disservice to kids who study theater, because a lot of the times the majority of your money is going to be in film and TV, and you got to know how that works. You got to know how it is to be in front of a camera. You have to know how it is to hit your mark, and how to talk to the sound guy, know where your frame's at, how to talk to the camera guy, how to deal with the boom guy. All these things, they have people powdering makeup on you, 5 seconds before you got to go ahead and say a 5-page monologue. There's like a lot of moving parts that I think that theater doesn't have to deal with the way that you have to deal with on set, and I think that that's something that I learned, and that comes with experience too.
Yeah, that's a great point, because I mean, it's theater departments. You don't see anyone going into like the film and TV department, but it's so true. How many actor friends that they enter, they leave college and they're mostly working in film and television.
Yeah, I mean, I remember like my first couple gigs. I mean, I'm still getting a hang of this. There's some of it that I like, that kind of, catches me off guard sometimes. But especially when I was starting off, doing some guest spots, like I was lost. I was lost. I didn't know where to put my eyes at here. I was blinking too much. I was not hitting my mark. I was out of my light. All these different things that, as over time, and kept doing it over and over again, and just timing things out, and just knowing how to just being precise and accurate and efficient, because you're on a schedule. Time is money.
Right.
You fuck up your line. Sorry, I said the F word. I'm sorry.
No, hey, it's all right. It's internet.
Yeah, you're fine. Fuck. It's good.
If I fuck up a line here, that's costing time to not just me, but my co-stars and my crew members and everybody else is working on the project with me. So I got to be responsible and be accountable and come in prepared, knowing my shit, just like everybody else is there knowing their shit.
Can I ask you a question about memorization? Because if we're in a play, we might be in even a 3, 4, 5 week rehearsal. We have our script. When do you get your lines for your shoot day? When they pin you, or
when I get the offer, which is probably sometimes a week in advance, they send me the script, and then I have time to read the script. Sometimes I'll go in, we'll have a table read of an episode. We'll talk about it and all that good stuff, and I'll read my lines, see what's going on here. So that's cool. That's a great benefit to me. But usually I have I have a week to really read the script and be off book and get ready to go. Boom. It's not one of those things. When I say table read, you just read the script and then you're out of there. It's not you don't have the benefit of theater. I mean, that's why I miss theater, because of the many reasons. I think theater is easier because you get to sit down, you get to talk about it,
right?
You get to redo this scene again, do it again. You have 4 weeks as opposed to maybe 3 days to a week to learn your lines for a TV show, because TV moves very quickly.
Yeah. And what do you do? Sorry, go on.
I was just gonna say, it's like soap actors. The amount of memorization they have to do.
Yeah, I mean,
every day.
Yeah, I know.
People not for nothing, but people myself included in the past, knock soap opera actors, but they have a lot of information that they have to right away.
Right.
Yeah.
So what do you do to memorize? What's your I guess your thing? I don't know.
Technique.
Yeah. I'm what's the word?
I say my lines. I say them over and over and over again until I'm sick of them. I'll say them on the train. I'll say them different ways. I'll say them lying down. I'll say them jogging. I'll say them walking. I'll say them. I'll record. What I'll do is that I'll go on my phone and I'll record the other person's line.
Right.
As if they're my scene partner, and then I'll say my lines in the response. That's how I, get in a rhythm and learn my lines. Or by the time I'm on set, I don't got to think about it anymore.
Because I feel for me, because I'm memorizing a big monologue right now with a lot, because I'm in I'm playing Susan B. Anthony, so I'm in this, like, you know, I'm teaching, and I'm like, ugh, I love acting, but and I'm actually a very good memorizer, but I psych myself out, and this is a really, you know.
I had a line today, and then like I can't, like I'll like, but like they gave it to me like last minute, and like I got it, and it was fine, but like there was a moment, so I'm like psyching myself out. I'm like, what do I hate? What do I say? What do I say?
Yeah.
Yeah, because like I'm like I gotta say this, and like it's one line, but like at the same time I gotta say this line, then I gotta look over here and look at this camera, then I gotta like look at this baby and carry this baby,
and don't drop that baby.
So the one line isn't like, it's not a lot, but considering that you have to be aware of everything else, but make it seem that you're not aware of everything else is very hard.
Yes.
Yeah.
So what advice do you have for, you know, our listeners if they are interested in you know, doing what you're doing in working in film and television, or maybe they have a theater background and they're looking to get into film and TV? Like what advice do you have for them?
I would say maybe I'll do like a shameless endorsement right now real quick. There's I think how it worked for me was that ironically, I ended up after the thing that got me a lot of my TV film jobs, I think now, was working at a regional theater. Actually, I worked at Actors Theatre of Louisville in the Pofessional Acting Company, which was like which was an amazing experience that I had there, and just something that really like, you know, something that really like put me on the track to where I am now, where I can say that I am a working actor, which is so fortunate. I mean, I would say people to apply there, to like look into that program, because like you meet so many people there. Because I think when I got out of school, I didn't really know anybody. I had a hard time getting the doors, but then I went there and I worked at Humana Festival, and I worked with all these actors and directors from LA, from New York, from Chicago, and created a network for myself. So when I came back afterwards, I had an agent and a manager after the showcase, and I had these connections and these doors that were open.
Right.
That were open, and I knew how to navigate the city a lot more. I guess I'd say for film, I would say just go into take class. I would say take any on-camera class you can. You know, I learned from some really, really wonderful people. Scott Freeman, who's my teacher now. Scott Freeman, he has the Freeman Studio down in Tribeca. He's a wonderful, wonderful teacher and a wonderful man. Just a sweet man. Just like, he's a guy that really like will refine you and like polish you. And it's like a gym. His class is very much like a gym. It's like, you know, you want to stay in shape and make sure that imagination muscle is still there. And, you know, because if you don't lose it, if you don't use it, you lose it, as they say.
Yeah,
so I think it's definitely one thing. And I think just honestly too, like more so than that, is be nice and work hard. Be nice and work hard, because it's, you know, you send out positive energy, you're gonna get back positive energy.
Absolutely.
That's the truth. It's a law of attraction. That's what I always say. You manifest what you like, you know?
And if you have negative energy, you're going to get back negative energy. Yeah. It comes back both ways, in some way, shape, or form.
And, you know, and being nice. I mean, everyone wants to work with someone they like. And I'm sure for you, you're nice to everybody, including the sound guy, including, you know, everyone that you're working with on set, because... And
then they fall in love with you. I mean, that's what it's, you know... Because they want to be around you, because you give off a good energy. Even from like our dealings back and forth, I'm like, I love Alejandro.
Yeah, I think it's just really just be kind and know that everybody like is there, and everybody wants to do good work, and everybody has these monumental struggles within them that you have no idea what they're facing, and that's why it's always important to be nice, because you never know what somebody's going through, and obviously, you know, kindness and that you know, that will always leave a good impression with somebody, and like when somebody's thinking about you for a certain thing, I'm like, oh my god, that lady Lauren, she's so awesome, so we should call her in.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm gonna call her in, you know. Like it makes a difference. It really does.
No, it's the truth. It's the truth. So what do you do for self-care? We were talking, right? You were going to say it? That's always our question. But what do you do? So you're going on set, you're auditioning. What do you do to unwind? What's like your me time?
I like to read. I read, really getting lost in new music. I watch. Me and my girlfriend, we watch a lot of. We're into crime documentaries.
Oh God, I know.
Nice.
They're so great.
Oh my God, we just finished. We finished. What was the one we finished? You finished the Ted Bundy tapes.
I'm not done yet, so don't tell me. I'm still on that one.
Yeah, that was fucking
creepy. That was creepy. That's a creepy documentary.
We watched that. We're shameless when we say how much we love Forensic Files.
But don't you feel like you could solve a mystery? Don't you feel like you're like, I know, I can solve a mystery now?
It's incredible because like there's you can equate detective work to acting very much.
Yeah.
You got to ask questions. You get okay, what time was this? What? Oh, this guy wouldn't do that because he was over there with his girlfriend at the time.
Right.
Oh, why would he do this? Because that kind of person, based on where he lives, he wouldn't watch something like this. Or he wouldn't do something like this based on the way he was growing up.
Right.
Oh, his so and so was, abusive to him in his past. Maybe this accounts for that. Like all these different pieces of the puzzle you got to put together. And I find it so fascinating.
It was funny because we were talking about the Jussie Smollett thing. I was talking with a friend this morning, and we were like, he was way too defensive in that interview. I knew he was guilty from the beginning. I'm like, I'm just not buying the story because I watch Forensic Files. But
Yeah. Well, I heard the story, and it just there were too many holes in the story.
Yeah.
Dude, this is, but I'm still I'm disappointed in him, man.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Because considering there's people out there who really have to go through stuff like that,
right.
who really
I know,
are facing discrimination and are really being threatened and scared to walk down the streets in certain parts of the country. And for him, I don't know, for him to do that, it just looks bad. It destroys credibility for other people who have real issues.
And so don't do that to get into TV. You should not stage your own assault.
I'm so confused. I'm willing to know why he did this stuff.
Right.
Yeah, it's I want to know more. Tell me more.
Right,
why
there has
this
to be
happened.
more to it.
Why did you do this?
So you're still auditioning. Are you still auditioning for theater too? Or are you doing the full crossover to film and TV?
I mean, I'm still auditioning for theater. There's it depends what kind of theater it is. I mean, there's a lot of theater that I'm not really interested in.
Right.
But I think if it's the right play in the right theater, if I have opportunity to get seen for it, I'm absolutely, I'll definitely go get seen for it.
Yeah, why not?
So, where can our listeners get more information about you? Tell us,
Oh yeah.
Your
Handles,
social media information.
Yeah. I'm on Facebook sort of sometimes, but I'm really getting more into Instagram.
Yeah, me too.
Instagram is probably my main source of communication there. My handle is Alejandro Hernandez, all lowercase letters.
Mm-hmm.
And also I'm on IMDb as well. So between IMDb and Instagram, follow me on Instagram, and I will follow you back.
Yes,
Awesome.
you will, because you followed me last night. Which I could have if I wasn't following you already. I'm like, that's crazy. So, you're on this TV show. Do people recognize you now when you're walking down the street yet?
Sometimes, yeah. I was at an audition yesterday, actually, at Chelsea Pier, and there was this guy just walking up the stairs. I don't know if he was an actor or not, but I was walking up the stairs, and he saw me. He was like, "Yo, you're dude New Amsterdam. You're the tattoos." I'm like, "Yeah, what's up, man?" So. It's cool, yeah. And then I had there's one time I was in a Walgreens, and this old lady recognized me. She's like, "You're on the TV show. You're a nurse, right? In New Amsterdam." I was like, "Yeah." She's like, "Oh, I see that. You're good." I was like, "Thanks."
And you know what? It's probably going to start getting more and more for you, especially that because the show is gaining such speed now, and everyone loves it. And if you're on it a lot.
It got renewed for the season 2,
which is amazing. That's so great. That is so exciting.
Yeah.
So it must still be a little surreal for you.
It's still surreal. I'm super blessed just to be on the show and just to work with such great people and to have a job that's paying me and then that's all I can ask for. Just to living the dream of doing what you love. I'm just riding it out for as long as I can write it out for you.
And you know what? And if you, like you said, you put forth that good energy, it just the goodness is going to come to you. You surround yourself with people like you and want the same things like you and that are good like you. Good as far as like an actor and as a human being. Yeah. Then good stuff's going to come to you. I mean, it just makes sense, Oh,
yeah. Absolutely.
Well, thank you. Are you done shooting for the day, or do you have to go back?
I'm done shooting for the day. I'm chilling out in my trailer right now, but I'm gonna go.
Wait a minute! Wait a minute! You have your. I love how he throws that in there. You have your own trailer.
Yeah, I do. Microwaves.
I was gonna say, what's your trailer like?
I got all my LaCroix in the fridge.
Oh my God, I love it! And I told you I'm gonna. My friend Scott, I gotta give a shout out because we work together.
I need to give. Scott Baird listening? I love Scott Baird. I love that man. I miss him so much. He's one of my best friends at Montclair State University.
I know. He was like.
Really.
Because he said to me, he goes, how do you know Alejandro? I'm like, I don't know, Facebook. I'm like, we just like connected like years ago. And he said, I love him. We went to school together. And Kevin Oweiler knows you too. And they're like, we love him.
I love Kevin. Kevin, what's up, dude?
And I said to Scott, I said, you know what? I said, we're going to go visit Alejandro in Jersey City. So when his play is over, I will reach out to you and we are coming in and you can show us the ropes.
Yes, we are. Yes. We're going to Barcade. We'll I
love Barcade. Yes, let's do it.
Let's do it and play pinball.
Oh my God, I love that idea. No, it's happening.
Barcade and go to Two Boots.
And I love Alejandro.
Totally. Let's all go. Let's do it.
Let's do it. You come too. And I love Alejandro because I'll message him like, hey, can we, I don't feel like I'm annoying you. I'm like, can I interview you today?
No, I'm totally fine. I'm happy to do it.
You're also the first guest to give us a play-by-play when you were coming on, which is awesome.
I love it. I love that. I was like, I get it. We get it.
Yeah, totally.
We get it here. So, thank you so much. And I look forward to seeing you, more on New Amsterdam.
Yes.
It's exciting.
Tuesday nights on NBC.
Thanks, guys. And I look forward to seeing y'all in Jersey City soon.
Yeah, we're doing it.
Awesome.
All right. Bye, Alejandro.
Take care.
Later, guys.
Bye. That was so fun.
When he said Barcade, I was like, I know exactly where that is. There's a pizza place right there.
Oh my God. I am seriously, I'm even though he's a friend of mine and we just met through Facebook just because we know lots of. I get a little starstruck.
Yeah,
and I don't want to say
when he sent you that photo of him and Ryan Eggold, I was like, oh my God.
I'm just but how cool is it that that my friends are, and we know how hard it is.
Yeah.
The auditioning, the memorizing.
People think it's so glamorous, and it's like he was saying, you'll have call times at 5 o'clock in the morning, and you'll be there, 12+ hour days to film 5 minutes or something.
It's and today, he said, he had to hold a baby, and then the mother's staring at him don't drop my baby.
It's not easy.
It's hard, but we are blessed that we get to do what we love.
Yeah.
But it's still work, and we're going to have hard days and emotional days, and there's a lot of things to work on, and so fun. I'm cold in here now.
I know, it's so. Did you see me? I was.
I know. Also, I'm we're huddling. I'm freezing.
Wouldn't it be funny if as the show went on, all of a sudden we had coats on and hats,
lay a little fire. Oh my God.
Well, this was a fun show. It was an extended shoot scene.
Yes, because my kids have rehearsal. I have to go, but
yeah, I have to go to rehearsal now. Well, tonight. So.
But so fun. So check out definitely New Amsterdam.
I keep going, where's my phone?
Where is that? I know, and I'm everyone's texting me.
Oh my
today.
God! You see all these messages popping up. I'm like, okay, I'll get back to you in a second.
I'm we are on the air. Working. Don't you know? We are on the air now. Do not text me. No, that was fun, but next week, Christine Vam. You might be here, you might not be. Yeah. March 7th, Rob Rikiki from Percy Jackson and Lightning Thief. And we have a couple surprises coming up, which we can't announce yet.
You'll just have to wait.
But we're getting filled up. They're
good surprises.
They are good surprises. So we're excited. We always just want to give a shout out to our listeners every week.
Seriously.
Because we wouldn't be here. What are we? 3 years, 4 years now?
It's so true, and and just a quick little story. So, I'll go see stuff that she's doing, and people will be like, "Are you Danny?"
I know. They do. They know you.
Like, yes, and they're like, oh my God, from the radio show.
They know us. They literally know us. We're something else, Danny. We're something. No, I love, and we always say we love our listeners. We love the people that they pop in. We know it's like an odd time of day. I do have Dave Murgatroyd to get up. I have Brittany Goodwin to get up. I have Bob Carr to get up, and then I have past interviews that I have to get up. It's just been crazy.
Busy.
We're just like, busy. But we do appreciate it. We love what we do. We love to support the arts. Don't forget to go to NewJerseyTheaterAlliance.org, see what's happening in New Jersey. Speaking of regional theater,
totally,
you want to make sure that you check them out. And
we'll see you when we see you.
Peace.